If there's one thing General Motors is really good at, that is their full-sized SUVs. The latest generation trio of trucks, the Tahoe, the Yukon, and the Escalade, finally ditched their rear axle and now have independent suspension, so road manners should be much improved. This is the 2021 GMC Yukon AT4, so it should be very capable off-road too. The new Yukon is definitely a looker. I love everything about it, especially how it still remains kind of boxy overall, staying loyal to the all-American iconic truck status it has built so far. The AT4 gets red tow hooks, knobby tires, well this one specifically has winter tires, but normally it's on Goodyear all-terrain tires. It has skid plates to protect all the vulnerable surfaces underneath, and a face exclusive to its off-road character. Of course, if luxury is what you want, then you can get the Denali version that also gets a 6.2-liter V8 with 420 horsepower, but this one over here has the smaller 5.3 with 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. The transmission is the excellent 10-speed Hydra-Matic automatic transmission. It has a 2-speed transfer case with electronic shifting and some interesting buttons for selecting the gears on the dash. The AT4 comes with some nice powered side steps to make entry and exit a bit easier. At night, it lights up the sides and the front emblem. You also get a projection of the firm's logo. Normally, the tires should be Goodyear all-terrain tires 275/60/20, and the brakes, despite looking quite small, have plenty of stopping power, bringing this thing to a complete stop from 100 kilometers an hour in 43 meters. From a standstill, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 8.8 seconds as tested, but even on the go, the 5.3-liter V8 has plenty of muscle to move this thing at a very decent pace. Just remember, it's a very heavy machine. Performance really isn't an issue, especially with this very good 10-speed automatic transmission. However, I do wish you could get the AT4 with a straight 6 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel that we recently tested in the Sierra and loved. You can get it with the SLE and SLT and the Denali, but not in the AT4, which is a big miss. That engine would definitely be the perfect fit for this SUV. Fuel economy isn't that bad. I mean, obviously, it's a big, heavy rig, but if you drive a lot in the city, it's going to climb towards 17 liters per 100 kilometers. If you do a lot of highway, it's going to start lowering. It's going to probably reach around 14 liters per 100. We achieved sub 14 at some points, but overall, that's kind of where you're going to be. Our week ends with a bang on 15 liters per 100 kilometers average, but we've been driving kind of nicely. These things are never cheap to run, but with the start-stop and clever fuel management, it's now better than ever. On the road, the Yukon AT4 really impresses with the levels of comfort it returns. The suspension is amazing. It literally makes bumps disappear, and it's really refined while swallowing them. The whole thing is very well insulated, so there's very little sound intrusion from the outside. The ride is smooth, the seats are very comfortable, and the noise levels are low. It really feels like an airport limo in here. No wonder they pick these things. The transmission is quick to respond and shifts very smoothly. I really like it. And after a few days of using it, I even got used to these buttons over here. I don't mind them at all now. Inside, the Yukon is very luxurious and roomy, and with the rear entertainment package, quite fancy. The first thing that makes your jaw drop is the massive 15-inch heads-up display that also has different modes for different content. The materials inside are mostly plush and nice. You get nicely stitched leather and tasteful accents. Fit and finish is good, and the design has now departed from being shared with the pickup trucks. It's nice and modern and quite easy to use. Some materials down low might feel a little bit cheap, but remember, it's not the price point that sets the bar on this vehicle, it's the actual size of it. So overall, I don't mind. Roominess is the number one reason to pick such a thing. The front seats have ample room for elbows and shoulders. The seats are big and comfortable, and they're also heated and ventilated. The second row is configured with sliding captain chairs, which are also very comfortable and heated. For ultra easy access to the third row, the seats now slide forward and fold to create a large opening for access to the rear seat. You can also fold them flat for cargo reasons. The third row is also comfortable, even for adults, and they also have their own USB ports for charging. The third row can fold at the touch of a button, but it can also come back up, pressing the same button the other way. It really doesn't get any easier than this. With all seats up, the cargo is still a respectable 722 liters. So this time around, you don't really need to buy the XL version just to have a little bit more cargo space. If you do fold the third row only, the cargo capacity goes up to 2,057 liters, which is totally insane. The tailgate is powered and supports kick to open, but it also allows the window to be popped open on its own for quick access or when space doesn't allow the full tailgate to open. Hold on a second, what's this? Is this rust around these screws? I hope not. GMC's tagline for the Yukon is that it's the SUV that's meant to be used. Like all the others aren't. Anyway, because of that though, it has a lot of features that help you with everyday tasks. It has lane keep assist, blind spot monitors, collision detection, pedestrian detection, hill descent control, a great Bose sound system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charging pad, navigation, OnStar services, 4G LTE, a Wi-Fi hotspot, USB ports for everyone, and this one comes with a rear entertainment package, where you can hook up things like a Chromecast to one of the HDMI ports, and then stream content from your phone right to the screens. You can also use USB media. The rear screens are touch screens, and passengers can help out the driver by, for example, selecting the destination on the navigation and then sending it to the screen in the front. It's actually pretty cool. The driving modes include normal, sport, off-road, and tow haul. Honestly, the throttle response with this gearbox is really good. I don't really find the necessity of having a sport mode. I mean, it doesn't even really firm up the magnetic ride or the air suspension. So I found sport to be kind of unnecessary. Every other mode, pretty good. With a very good air suspension, you get axis height, normal height, increased ground clearance height, and maximum ground clearance height. When off-roading, you put the driving mode to off-road, you select 4 low for the transfer case, and that increases the ride height about 2 inches. On-road handling is very safe. This thing will tackle corners with quite good grip. Obviously, if you push hard in the turns, the weight is gonna kind of discourage you from pushing harder. It is a big thing. I mean, it kind of feels like a minibus. So out of sheer respect to your passengers, you shouldn't really go crazy. Off-road, the AT4 gets a 32-degree approach angle and skid plates. It is perfect for splashing through water or gliding over rough terrain. It can also do some advanced off-roading, but I guess not really extreme stuff. Hopefully one day we'll get one with off-road tires instead of winter tires, and we'll be able to test it. Towing is a breeze, as the towing capacity is 3,719 kilos or 8,200 pounds, and you do get cameras and systems to help you hitch and monitor your trailer. The Yukon AT4 is honestly one of the most well-rounded SUVs I've driven all year, minus the size that can be an issue sometimes. Maybe it won't fit in your garage, maybe some parking spots will be tight, maybe cleaning snow off of it can be tricky if you're a bit short. Nevertheless, it has the road presence, a very nice interior, room for 7, a long list of features, a crazy nice ride, and brisk performance. Prices for the rear-wheel drive model start at 58,000 Canadian dollars, the four-wheel drive AT4 starts at 74,700, and as tested, this one here is 86,833. It's not too expensive to buy or run, so it earns a solid 9 out of 10 from me. And now I really want one of these with the Duramax diesel, so f*** me. Anyway, if you like this video, please remember, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment. Most importantly, till next time, be good.
Perfect.